Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Arsenal star Martin Odegaard spotted limping after international match. Ahead of the World Cup, Martin Odegaard played in a couple of friendlies last week. The Arsenal captain completed 90 minutes and provided an assist against the Republic of Ireland before getting another full 90 against Finland. The Norwegian media praised the midfielder as a bright spark in an otherwise disappointing 1-1 draw on Sunday, but they also raised concerns about the Arsenal's man fitness. According to ABC, Odegaard took a hit towards the end of the match and was clearly in pain. The player skipped the interview zone and he could be seen limping onto the player bus as one of the last of the squad to leave the stadium. The issue is reportedly an ankle problem, but there are a few other details available at the moment. Odegaard isn't set to play another competitive fixture for over a month due to the World Cup break, but he was meant to play in a number of friendlies with Arsenal in the coming weeks. The Gunners are set to kick off their mid-season campaign with a behind-closed-doors match against Watford next week, followed by facing Lyon and Milan in Dubai, and reportedly returning to play Juventus at the Emirates Stadium. How much of that schedule Odegaard is able to feature in will now depend on the severity of his injury problem. With any luck, it was just a knock at the end of the game that he was still feeling afterwards, and he won't miss a minute. Worry for Arsenal as Paris Saint-Germain linked with move for key player William Saliba. Paris Saint-Germain are claimed to be eyeing a move to sign William Saliba from Arsenal, with the defender yet to sign a new contract with the club. The Gunners are currently flying high in the Premier League, sitting top of the table by 5 points going into the international break, and that will always attract interest in our highest performers. You would hope that the club would be quick to nail down any new contracts which were due, with all of Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli and William Saliba not only gearing up to perform at the World Cup in Qatar, but well deserving of improved deals on what we have already seen from them in our famous colours. The trio will not be short of offers should any hiccups occur in negotiations to extend their deals, and we are now under threat from PSG, who are claimed to be keen on bringing our young French defender back to his homeland. The Daily Post, citing CBS News, claims that Saliba would be open to such a switch, which is hopefully just one of those rumors which will increase his negotiation power when considering his wage demands, but we will have to wait and see if things go smoothly over the coming months, with his current terms set to expire in 18 months' time. We are not currently worried about losing Saliba, but we wouldn't be shocked if he was to turn down a move with PSG interested. He could earn a huge pay packet with the club and would be more or less guaranteed a treasure trove of domestic silverware. The Premier League has its own pools, however, and given the fact that he already has a connection with our fan base and that he is now starting every game, he will hopefully decide that continuing where he is would be best for all. Declan Rice hails Bukayo Saka for strength of character as Arsenal man quashes talk. Bukayo Saka sized redemption, scoring 2 goals in a man-of-the-match performance as England opened their World Cup bid in sensational style. Saka, the 21-year-old Arsenal winger who missed a penalty in the Euro 2020 final shootout defeat by Italy, could not conceal his joy as Gareth Southgate's men showed no mercy. He found the net once in each half as the Three Lions roared at the Khalifa Stadium to reward the England boss for the faith he's shown in him. Saka's smile after he had put England 2-0 up lit up the stadium, and he said, "I can't describe the feeling, it's amazing. I am so happy and so proud. We got the win as well, so it's a really special day. I feel in a good place. I feel the support and love from the fans, the coaching staff and my teammates. That is all I need. I feel ready to give 100%, and I will continue to do that every time I put the shirt on. We needed that good start. We haven't played the best coming into the tournament. There was a lot of talk and speculation about our form, but we showed everyone how much quality we have and what we can do. What happened at the Euros will live with me forever, but I am so blessed to have coaching staff at England and Arsenal to put their arms around me and support me and help me get back into a good place and go again. I want to get back to a place where I can do my best and make the nation proud." Saka was one of 3 England players to miss from the spot in the Euros, and all 3 suffered sickening racial abuse. Midfielder Declan Rice said, "It's unbelievable what he has done. It says everything about his strength of character. You saw what happened last summer. Everyone was with him then. He is flourishing with Arsenal. He is playing with a smile on his face. You see him around the training ground. He is the happiest person around the place. We are also happy for him." Keller issues verdict on Matt Turner's display in USA draw with Wales. Casey Keller has told ESPN FC that Arsenal goalkeeper Matt Turner was decent for the USA in their World Cup opener, but suggested that he will need to improve when Greg Berhalter's side face England. The US will be frustrated after their opening game of the tournament. They were superb in the first half against Wales, and they got their reward with Timothy Weah breaking the deadlock after some good work from Christian Pulisic. However, the game turned around after the break. Wales were the much better side, and they were able to equalize when Gareth Bale was fouled inside the penalty area. Bale managed to smash the ball past Turner to ensure that the points were shared. Turner did well to get anything on Bale's penalty, and he made a very smart save from Ben Davies during the second half. However, it was not a flawless performance from the goalkeeper. Keller felt that the Gunners' man looked more vulnerable when the ball was played in from out wide. Moore had a golden opportunity to head home at one stage, with Turner getting nowhere near the ball, and Keller believes that those moments will not have gone unnoticed by England, who lie ahead for the US later this week. Keller suggested that the quality of crosses is one of the big differences between MLS and the Premier League, so it would seem that Turner is still adapting to that aspect of the game. It's going to be a massive fixture for the US on Friday. The group is wide open after their draw with Wales, but it would appear that Iran may not be the team some were expecting, as they were trashed by England. Wales having the chance to play Iran first could be crucial. Rob Page's men will also have absolutely no problem motivating themselves for their final group against England. If the US can pick up a positive result on Friday, it would be huge for them. But it definitely does appear that Turner is going to have to produce something special for that to happen. Chris Sutton hails Arsenal target Cody Gakpo's brilliant innovation at the World Cup. Arsenal target Cody Gakpo was the star of the show yesterday, as he helped the Netherlands win their opening game at the World Cup against Senegal. The Dutch were made to work very hard by the African champions in Qatar. Even without Sadio Mane, Senegal looked really good, but Gakpo made the difference late in the game. The Netherlands went into the game against Senegal as the favorites to win, and they did just that. However, it wasn't as convincing as the 2-0 scoring suggests. It wasn't a great display at all by the Dutch. Senegal were arguably the better side in the first half, and the game looked destined to finish 0-0. However, a moment of sheer brilliance from Gakpo broke the deadlock. The PSV star got on the end of a brilliant ball from Frankie de Jong, but his body position made it very difficult for him to execute a normal header. Gakpo improvised and managed to score with what looked like the back of his head, and Sutton was blown away by his brilliant innovation, the pundit said on BBC Radio 5 Live. The Netherlands just needed that moment of quality. The ball was on the money. Gakpo just had to find the pace of the ball, whipped in brilliantly by de Jong. It comes off the back of his head. It's a brilliant innovation from Gakpo. That's a huge goal from a Netherlands team who really haven't threatened it in the second half. Mendy shouldn't come. He gambles. Dreadful goalkeeping from Mendy, it really is. If the Gunners can get their January transfer right, they could go and achieve something really special this season. Gakpo would be a fantastic signing. The 23-year-old, who has long been linked with a move to Arsenal, has scored 14 goals and provided 17 assists in all competitions. That is an outrageous return for someone so young, and he will surely be a wanted man in the winter window. Gakpo was previously valued at around £40 million, but if he continues to shine in the World Cup, PSV will demand a lot more than that in January. Arsenal to make move for 35 million euros value with star Danilo in January. Mikel Arteta and Arsenal are planning to make a move for Danilo in the January window, according to journalist P.T. O'Rourke. Mikel Arteta and Edu have pretty much managed to get the transfer signings that they wanted this summer and are very happy with the squad that they currently have. However, adding a few more players to the side will improve their chances of getting back into the Champions League and adding another trophy to the cabinet, something that Arteta needs to keep his job this season. That has led to reports in the media over the past few weeks that Arsenal are ready to offer Danilo close to £150,000 a week to make the move to the Emirates during the January transfer window. The Brazilian outfit had previously asked the Gunners to fork out a transfer fee of 35 million euros, a fee that the Premier League outfit are not prepared to pay. But with Arsenal currently leading the Premier League table and looking to add backups in many positions, they are planning a move in January, according to O'Rourke. In an interview with Football Fancast, O'Rourke revealed he has been a long-term target, Danilo. Arsenal have been watching him for a long time. They did consider trying to sign him in the summer, but were not able to get that deal done, so it's something they are planning to revisit in January. There are a lot of questions about whether or not Danilo will be able to cope with the English game, especially coming from Palmeiras. It is a massive step up, but Arsenal must have watched him a lot over the past few months, so there is obviously something about him that Edu really likes. Arsenal missed out on the player during the final days of the summer transfer window, but if they really want to sign the player, then they will get a deal done in the January window. Arsenal have asked about incredible Bayern Munich star Leroy Sane. Arsenal have asked about Leroy Sane, with the Bayern Munich star struggling to hold down a regular spot at the Allianz Arena this season. According to a report from 90 Minutes, Sane has been in superb form for the Bavarian Giants this term. He has 10 goals and 6 assists in 19 appearances for Bayern in all competitions. However, he has not been a regular starter for Julian Nagelsmann. In fact, he has started just 8 games in the Bundesliga so far, with a further 5 appearances coming from the bench, and that appears to have caught the eye of a number of clubs. 90-minute reports that several sides have now asked about Sane's availability. Arsenal are one of them. However, Bayern have made it clear to all of his admirers that they have no intention of letting him leave. Sane is open to considering his future, but he is not planning to push for a move anytime soon. Sane would be an unbelievable signing for Arsenal. The 26-year-old has been outstanding ever since leaving Manchester City to join the Bundesliga heavyweights. In all competitions, he has 67 goal involvements in 108 games. He is also able to play on either wing as well as up front. Pep Guardiola has previously described him as incredible, and it would be a huge statement of intent if Arsenal were able to bring him to the Emirates. It would appear that there is little chance of a deal anytime soon, but it may certainly be a situation that Arsenal want to monitor over the coming months. If he does not play more over the rest of the season, perhaps a move away will appeal a little more to Sane, and with Arsenal growing all the time, perhaps a return to the Premier League may be something which ultimately tempts the 26-year-old. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.